Good morning, you guys. Good morning, and welcome to the Good News Sunday Show. My name is Sonia McCullough Lockridge, and I am your host. And I joy to come to you in this fashion. And so today is October 4th. So, what we are doing for the month of October here on the Good News Sunday Show is we are doing what I have titled, and I have a lot of titles in my head, so I have to read the title. So we are doing what I have titled 31 Days of the Art of Engaging the Word Exegetically in an Expository Fashion. And I think I've added an Expository Everyday Fashion. Yes, that is what we are doing this month on the Good News Sunday Show. And so, on day, I have some notes here. I'm going to look at my notes because this is a new thing for me. We are learning this process together. So, on day 1, we had a little bit of an introduction, which was October 1st. On day 2, we talked about who is teaching, who out there is teaching, and we identified 2 ministries and 1 minister who is sharing his methodology and his process. And on day 3, we talked about terms that you might hear or think, you might think they mean something else, but in this setting, they mean another thing. So, day 1 was intro, day 2 was on teaching, who's out there teaching, day 3 was terms. Today we're talking about the task of, and tomorrow we're going to dive into tools. So, the task. This is a daunting task to learn this in 31 days. Let me just say, it's a daunting task. And we're not relearning. Because I, for one, have not learned. So it's not a relearning process for me. And if you are new to this, it's not a relearning process for you either, but a learning process. Some time ago, I wrote this little book titled Living, Loving, Leading a Lydia's Lifestyle from Your Living Room. And this is what my company hopes and prays to produce a monthly booklet such as this. This is our hope and prayer. This is the direction we're going in, and so on and so forth. But in order to do that, we want to do that in a right fashion. Now, I do believe that this little booklet is an expository message. I do believe that it is. Because I believe that I have a natural inclination to do the exegetical process. But, in order to produce a volume of work, you really have to have a method. And I read somewhere yesterday where somebody actually said that, and I need to quote him, but I didn't, and currently I cannot. So, yes, this is a daunting task to tackle, but there's someone in my life who has been mentoring me and who thinks I can do this. So, if it not for that person in my life, I would have stopped short of what the Lord would have me to do, if not for this particular person in my life. Now, 5 years ago, December 26th of, I think it was 2017, I purchased Keyword Bible Studies with a $12 gift for my husband. And since then, I have been in the pursuit of what this means of what this reality means in my life. And so Keywords are a significant part of this process of expositing the text exegetically. And I don't have all these terms down. I actually spent a whole day just learning how to say exegetical. Okay? So, expositing the text exegetically. Like, I'm going to mess it up because I'm learning. This is new for me. So, because the Lord blessed me with keyword Bible studies 5 Christmases ago, I have been in a mad pursuit to learn what that was about and the what, the why, the when, the where, all the things. So it has been a joy for me. It has been a joy for me, but I'm 60. I'm 60, and I do not want to fall short of what the Lord would have me to do. And I'm also a graphic designer. And I also have a talent, a gift for titling things. This is something I've done all my life. It is a gift from God that I am able to title things the way that I am. I recognize this in my person. And so this is a gift. And I have titled many things that the world has not seen. And I have designed many covers that the world has not seen. So that is the urgency for me to learn how to do this properly. And so that we can produce little booklets like this in a monthly fashion. Because it is my belief that that is what the Lord would have me to do. And it's also my belief that the Lord would have me to help other women produce little booklets such as this as well. So that is the task at hand, and I am in the trenches ready to tackle this task. So that's what's going on here. That is what's going on here. And also, the Lord has blessed me with the purchase of the one and only Jesus.com, and to produce booklets for that as well, which this is what we took our notes from for the 60 Days of Hope. This is my little hope booklet that's written in for all the 60 days. And so I design covers. It's all just a gift. It's a gift from the Lord. And this is the project that we are learning so we can work on and complete this project in a timely fashion. And that does not mean a year. That does not mean a year. There is a Bible verse that I have applied, and I probably have applied it wrongly. I may have applied it wrongly, but I believe that it is what I am to do, is to produce a monthly booklet and to encourage other women to produce a monthly booklet such as this. And it is to be expository, and it is to be an essay, and it is to be done exegetically. Now, how I do that, I don't rightly know, but I trust and believe that the Lord will make a way for me to do that in this 31 days. So currently we have these 2 tags, and these are not the only 2 tags that we are looking at, but currently we are drawing from these 2 resources and others for this work. And these are both scholarly resources. These are not for lay people. These are not for lay people. So my plan is to write this booklet title, which I have titled, for lay people. So anyone can do it, and hopefully and prayerfully anyone can do it in a monthly fashion, because the Lord expects for us to, those of us that can, not everyone, is to produce the same kind of fruit, but we do need to be producing fruit and planting seeds and producing fruit. We are supposed to accomplish something in our time here on this earth. He has a purpose for each one of us in our time here on this earth, and we are to accomplish something. So, that is actually the first time I've spoke about this publicly. I have spoke about this privately to women that I have mentored in my home, and those have and they are eager as well to learn how to do this in an urgent fashion, because we just really don't have time to produce a book a year or do a thing a year. The matter of salvation for those who have not heard and who have not adhered to the word of the Lord is an urgent matter. We need to have some urgency in what we are doing as we move forward. This is not a casual matter. This is a very serious matter, because sin is a serious matter. And sin has a very serious stronghold on much of where we live in this place that we call America. Sin has a great stronghold on this country. And only Jesus can address that sin and bring folks to restoration and salvation. But we have a activity to do in response to his word. So the book of Jeremiah is all about Judah and Israel's obstinate and how they would not listen to the Lord. And the Lord is angry with them. And the Lord has feelings. And he is very angry and upset with them because of their not listening. And what listening means is, listen means to hear and respond. Because we have got it mixed up. We think that listening just means for it to go in one ear and out the other. But in all actuality, listening, to hearken means to hear and to do the thing which thou hast heard. That is what it means. So, we are not doers. We are not great doers of his word in this country. And so that is the task at hand. It is a daunting task to tackle. We will currently use these two resources as we move forward. We will pull from them and hopefully and prayerfully whittle this down to a more layperson's understanding. These are both scholarly, and they're great books. They're absolutely great books, but they are scholarly. I love to read them. I love to read them, but I have a tendency to like to read books that are nonfiction, and sometimes that are of a scholarly fashion. But not everyone does, and I don't want to have to go through each one of these books initially to begin to do the work. So a 31-day process would be really nice to have, that you could flip through for 31 days and know what I need to do on this day, that day, or the other. Like today, I need to tackle the message. Today, I need to study, and so on and so forth. So it's laid out for us in easy to define terms, and we can just go through it, boom, 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 and have something completed in a timely fashion, in which we will not be discouraged. We will be encouraged for the next month. So I'm not sure if we look closely at nature and see how consistently and regularly the nature that God has set in place in front of us produces seed and or fruit. I'm not sure that we take the time to look at that. And I have a quote. I have a quote that I'm in the process of writing, and it goes something like this. It goes something like this. Sofa sitting creates disciples. Studio standing is for stars. It's just that simple. This is Sonia McCullough-Locker signing out for the Good News Sunday Show, Keyword Bible Studies, and the one and only Jesus.com. Be blessed in the Lord today. Thank you.